Okay. So modal verbs in German language, we'll start with können. Können means can. Yeah. Sollen, shall. Wollen, want. Dürfen, must. Und müssen. Sorry, dürfen is may. Müssen, must. Können, sollen, wollen, dürfen, müssen. And möchten means would like. Okay. So let's do the conjugation, because you guys know that we do conjugation for every verb according to the pronouns. So I'm writing the pronouns here is to ARCS, wir, ihr, sie, sie. So ich, kann, I can. So every verb we are conjugating according to the pronouns. ASES kann, wir können, ihr könnt, sie können, und sie können. So because you know that conjugation is very important, we have already discussed about the conjugation, right? I can, you can. So if you want to say you can, so du kannst. So the conjugation of verbs are very important. So this is for conjugation können. And when I say I shall, you shall, right? So sollen, ich soll, du sollst, er, sie, es soll, wir sollen, ihr sollt,
So,
sie sollen, und sie sollen.
So,
Yep.
so you did
we have
model.
already done this on
Okay, so
21st.
that's what I mean. You would have told me, because I'm taking like a lot of classes, so I'm a bit confused what I have done and all.
I
Okay,
just
so
came online, so I just saw.
yeah, kind problem. So all the people, those who were before you, that means they are not revising. Okay, good. So we will start with another topic today. So we'll start with the, okay, so as of now, you guys know the simple verbs, and then modal verben, the modal verbs. Today we are going to talk about separable verbs. Separable verbs, right? Separable verbs, right? So in German we call them trennbare Verben. Okay, so simple verbs are like, you know, kommen, gehen, fahren, trinken, essen. So all these are like simple verbs. Modal Verben, that is the modal verbs that we have done. Right now I have written just on the top. These are the modal verbs. Now, what are these separable verbs? Separable verbs means the trennbare Verben, and they are actually separated from each other. So let's say, for example, common is a verb which means to come. Okay. But if I put a prefix uncommon, if I put a prefix an in front of this verb, the meaning changes, and now the meaning is to arrive. You see, this is how this is how it changes. So common is a verb, and I'm putting an in front of common, so the meaning is changing. It becomes uncommon, means to arrive. For example, fliegen is a verb which means to fly, right? But if I put ab as a prefix, it becomes to depart. Einladen means to invite. So they are very important verbs to invite. Okay. And then we have common. Common means to come. And if I put a prefix in front of it, mid common, that means to come along. Come along. Just a second. Right? Come along with someone. So guys, what is happening here? We are doing the verbs, but these verbs are slightly different, and we call them separable verbs, trennbare Verben. Now, why these verbs are different? Because in these verbs, we are using the prefixes. An, ab, ein, mit, all these are prefixes. And we can break the verb from the prefix, right? We can break it. You look like this, it looks like this. Yep. So we are breaking the verbs with the prefix. Now the question comes, how to frame the structure of separable verbs. How can we make the sentences with separable verbs? All right. So for example, okay, another verb is stehen. Stehen means to stand, but if I put a prefix aufstehen, it becomes to wake up. You see, absolutely different. Stehen means to stand, but if I put a prefix in front of the verb, the complete meaning changes. So it is to wake up. So let's say I am writing a sentence here. I wake up at 6 in morning. Okay, 6 o'clock, let's say. Okay. So 6 o'clock. Now how to use it? Ish. In this, what is the verb? The verb aufstehen means to wake up. So, but the thing is, we have to conjugate only stehen, not this one, auf. So stehen is the verb. Ich stehe 6 Uhr auf. So ich stehe 6 Uhr auf. I wake up at 6 o'clock. So what happens is, the structure says subject plus verb plus object, and at last is the prefix. What is the prefix here? Auf. So auf I am throwing at the end of the sentence. So that means ich, what is the verb? Stehen, and stehen conjugation with ich is ich stehe. At 6 o'clock 6 Uhr, auf is a prefix that is going at the end of the sentence. So ich stehe 6 Uhr auf. I'm waking, like I wake up at 6 o'clock. Okay, so let's talk about the train is arriving at 10 o'clock. Yeah, at 10 o'clock. So tell me how to make it. Try it. You have to arrive is uncommon.
The train arrived.
Make the sentence.
You want to tell, sir?
No idea?
No idea.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you here what to write. So train means der Zug means train. Arrives, common is the verb. So conjugation of common is kommt. At 10 Uhr. And what is uncommon means to arrive? So prefix is an here, and an is going at the end of the sentence. So der Zug kommt 10 Uhr an. The train is arriving, or train arrives at 10 o'clock. So uncommon is the verb. This we have to conjugate according to the subject. The verb is common. And der Zug kommt 10 Uhr an. So perfect. So this is how you have to make the sentence. Subject, the verb conjugation, and the prefix will go at the end of the sentences. And what are the prefix? Can anyone tell me what are the prefixes in these verbs?
And
Yeah. An, yeah.
App.
Ab.
I.
Mit.
Might.
And out.
Perfect. So let's, yeah. Now, einsammeln. Einsammeln is a verb which means to collect. To collect. Einsammeln means to collect. Like for example, you guys are in the university. In the class, we are collecting 50 rupees from each for the birthday celebration. Okay, so that is einsammeln. Einsammeln means to collect. Okay, now in order to make another sentence, we'll take abfahren. Abfahren means to depart. The train arrives and train depart. That is abfliegen, when the flight take off. Better is to take off. And the train depart, to depart. And abholen means to pick up. Pick someone, right? You're picking up your friend. Then you use abholen. Absetzen is a verb which means to drop someone. Okay. Now, let's make a sentence with abholen. Abholen means to pick someone. Okay. So, ich hole meinen Freund ab. I am picking up my friend. Like, ich, okay. Sneha setzt means setzt ihre, her Freundin means friend, her friend ab means she is dropping her friend. I am picking my friend, right? So these are the sentences. So you see the structure is very important to understand here. So you will be getting many verbs like this. No need to worry. These are like, separable verbs. The structure says first is the subject and we have to conjugate these verbs like setzen, holen, en, right? And this like ab, ein, auf, mit, ein, these all are prefixes and they go at the end of the sentence, right? Because separable verbs means these verbs can get separated from each other. An can get separated from common. So we do conjugation of common and an we put at the end of the sentence. Okay, so we call them separable verbs. What do we call them? Separable verbs or trennbare Verben. Okay. Can anyone sing that German song for me that we have done? We did a German song, right?
Yes, sir.
So, do you know that song? Have you written somewhere or you have forget? German song, Ich bin Ausländer, something was, yeah, Ich bin Ausländer. I'm a foreigner and don't speak German. Yeah, that song we did. Okay, no problem. So keep on revising what we are doing so that it is good for you, right? From the pronunciation point of view, it would be very easy if you go through the notes that we are doing. All right, so guys, these are what? These are the separable verbs. We call them trennbare Verben. Okay, so let's do some exercises. Have we done the time? Time in German? Can anyone tell me wie spät ist es, how late it is, what time it is now in German?
Sieben.
Yeah, tell me what is the time now? Guys, we did this activity. What about the time? How late it is? Yeah, so let's talk about it. We'll do the exercise. So, see, it is 6:11, right? 6:11. So how to write? Es ist 6:11. 6:11. If it is 3 p.m., then how would you write? Es ist 3 Uhr. 3 o'clock. Yeah? Es ist 3 Uhr. It is 2:30, then how would you say? Es ist 2:30. So halb 3. So first of all, you need to know the countings. So I hope you guys are not forgetting the countings and all, because if you don't know the numbers, then it is very tough to understand the time, right? So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, can anyone repeat for me till 20? Yeah, repeat till 20 the countings.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10, 9,
Sane.
10,
Elf.
Elf.
Mhm.
Elf.
Wolf.
Swolf,
Swolf. Mhm.
Wolf.
Dreisen, Viersen,
Dragon.
Dreisen.
Fünfsen,
Super. Yep.
Sorry.
Yep. Good. Good. Yeah,
Sechsen,
you're right. Yes.
Siebsen,
Perfect. Yep.
Achtzehn, Neunzehn, and Zwanzig
Neunzehn.
or
Neunzig.
Zwanzig.
Right. So now the time is 14:45. So how would you say? S is 14 Uhr 45. Es ist 14:45. That means 14:45. This is one way. Another way, like there are many ways to talk about the time. So you can also say that simply like 45 after 45 minutes after 14, right? So S is 44. This is 45. Okay, nach means after 14. 14. So es ist 44 nach 14. It's a 24-hour clock time, so that means 2:45 in the afternoon. Now tell me how to say it's 8 o'clock. I mean 8 a.m. It is 8 Uhr. 8 o'clock, guys. 8 means 8 Uhr o'clock, 8 o'clock, 8 a.m. 10:15, tell me.
Zen,
Hmm.
Zen Wolf, uh, Zen Wolf. I can't tell for 15, sir.
10 Uhr 15. 10 Uhr 15. So guys, I am taking you through the time once again. So please make sure that you are revising it. All right. So see, this time in German we call it as a die Zeit, means time. Okay. Now, in order to understand the time, we have some terms that we need to understand. Now, so for example, die Minute means minute, and die Minuten means plural. Singular and plural I'm writing. Minuten means minutes. Okay, minute and minutes. Die Sekunde means second, and die Sekunden means seconds. Die Stunde means hour, and die Stunde hours. Okay, and two important thing, nach means after, and vor means before. Okay, now let's talk about the time. For example, now it is 7:20. Okay, so how to say 7:20 in German? It is, okay, 20, 20, okay, nach 7. This is one way. 20 after, it's like 20 minutes after 7 o'clock, like 20 after 7, 20 nach 7. Es ist 20, 20 nach 7. Okay, es ist 20 nach 7. Another way is like, can I say it is 40 minutes before 8 o'clock? Yeah, but it looks like it's not the right way, but we are making it like this. 40 minutes before 8 o'clock. So before means 4. So 40 means what? 40 Minuten vor 8 o'clock. Yeah. So the important thing that I think the challenge in front of you guys is that you're not revising the numbers. If you know the number, then you can easily talk about, right? So just numbers till 20, you know. If you know 20, you can do up to 29. It's very simple. Yeah. So how to write? If it is 21, how to write? Ein means 1 plus 20. Ein und 1 and 20 is 21. 21. 22 is 2 und 20. 23 is
3 und
3 und 20.
Yep. Okay. Now 29.
9 und 20.
20.
20.
Okay. Now, if you know 30, you can do up to 39. So 30 means 30. Yeah, 30. If I'm writing 31, then 1 and 30. 1, ein und
1
30.
und 30.
What is 37?
7 und
Und
7 und 30.
39?
9 und
9 und
30.
30.
40? Oh, 40 is 40. 40 is 40. So if you know 40, you can do up to 49. So 40 is 40. All right. So tell me 49. 9 and 40.
9 und 4.
Perfect. So if you know 50, you can do up to 59. 50 is 50. So 59 will be. Tell me about 59. If you know 50, then you can do up to 59. Very simple.
9 und
9 und 50.
9 und 50.
9
das
und
war's.
50. Perfect. If you know 60, you can do up to 69. So 60 means what? 60. How to say 69?
9
9
und
und 6 und 60.
9 und 60.
Okay. 70. 70.
70.
79.
9
9
und
und 70.
80. 80.
80.
88.
8 und
88. Yep. 90. 90. 99. 99.
99.
100 is 100. 100 means 100. Okay. So you know the counting still 100 now. So it's very simple for you to talk about the time. So let's say, guys, now it is 7:44. So normal time 7:24 in the evening. But if I go with a 24-hour clock in a formal way, 24-hour clock, 24-hour clock, then it will be 19:24. Yep. So how to say 7:24? It is 24 means what?
24.
Minuten nach 7.
Sehr gut. Second,
Nach 7 Uhr.
as Uhr, no need to talk about nowadays. Uhr. It's simple.
Okay.
Yeah.
36
If you talk
Minuten
about
Uhr auf.
Yeah, if you're talking about the Uhr, then you have to say like this. Es ist 7 Uhr. 7 Uhr 24. Like this. Now 1924.
Yes, ist 24. 9.
Es ist okay, one way is es ist 19 Uhr 24. Another way you can say that it is 24 minutes. Yeah, so 24
nach
19.
19.
Perfect. So guys, this is how you have to talk about the time. And even in German, like say for example, if it is 8:30, so how to talk about 8:30? Es ist halb 9. Not halb acht, halb 9. Because Germans think because 8:30 when you say, so 30 means the clock is on the way to 9 o'clock. So that means the clock is going to in the direction of 9 o'clock and it has crossed half of the way. So that is why it is approaching 9 o'clock. So this is why they say es ist halb 9. Halb 9. Okay, 8:30 means halb 9. If it is 9:30, then Halb, es ist halb 10.
10.
Halb 10. Okay, if it is 10:30,
Halb 11.
11.
Half now.
Halb 11, yes. Halb 11.
Halb 11.
Yeah. Now tell me the time. Let's say, let's take some more example. Tell me 9:45.
9 on 9 4
Ist,
now
es ist 5 und
11 11
40,
12
14
9.
und 14 noch 9.
This, you can put this format and you can revise this format. It would be quite easy for you, right? So es ist 45 nach 9. It is 45 minutes after 9 o'clock, right? So let's talk about the exercises here. Okay, now tell me it's 10:15.
5 und 10 noch 10.
Yeah, but 15 you don't say 5 und 10, we say 15.
Okay.
We don't put und. Till 19 we don't put und. After that, onward 21 onwards we put und.
Und
Okay, so
und.
this is es ist 15 nach 10. 15 nach 10. Okay, now
15
it is 7:10. How would you say 7:10?
then
Yes, ist 7 noch 7.
then
And
then
es ist 7
Perfect, guys.
noch 7.
Yeah, so I'll send and I'll share this exercise with you so that you can practice. And at last is like, first do at your own. At last you have the exercises and you can see like what you have written. Okay, so time you can express in different form, in different way, right? So but this is the simplest form and you have many exercises here to do and you can revise it. Okay, the oversight, and make sure that you are revising the numbers. Counting is very important. If you don't know what is 7, what is 9, then it is quite difficult for you to frame or to make the time sentences, right? You can't tell the time, what time it is, if you don't know the numbers. Yep. So let's talk about another. Okay. Okay, so I'll write some basic questions here. So let's say, wann arbeiten Sie? Means when do you work? Okay. So when do you work? So let's say I work from Monday till Friday. So ich arbeite, I work von Montag, Monday bis Freitag. Monday till Friday. So guys, always remember, when you're talking about when, on Monday, am Montag, on Tuesday, am Dienstag. So with the weekdays, you use am as a preposition, on, am as a preposition. Okay. Now, if I ask you about the, like from the duration, wie lange? Wie lange means how long? How long? Like from Monday till Friday, from morning till evening. So then we use von bis, from and till. This is von bis. And when you talk about the time, you always use with the time, you always use a preposition like at 9 o'clock, 9 Uhr, at 10 o'clock, 10 Uhr. Okay, at 6 o'clock, at 6 Uhr. So with the time we use a preposition at. Yep. Okay, so if I ask you a question, wo studieren Sie? Where are you guys studying? Wo studieren Sie. Where are you studying? So, wir, your answer should be in German. Wir studieren an Reva Universität. Universität means university. We are studying in Reva University. So if somebody is asking where are you studying, so you will say we all, or if you say I am studying, then you would say ich studiere an Reva Universität. Okay, ich studiere an Reva Universität. I am studying in Reva University. Okay. Was lernen Sie? What are you learning? Was lernen Sie an Reva Universität? What are you learning in Reva University?
Wir lernen BTech.
Yeah, BTech is BTech. So we are learning, or the was machen will be better. What are you doing? Right? So doing will be fine here. Machen means to do. So we are doing BTech.
We are machen BTech and Reva University.
Yeah. Yeah. On their university. With the university, we always use at the university. In the university, on there. So on their Reva Universität. Yep. So wir machen BTech an der Reva Universität. We are doing BTech in the Reva University. Okay. Okay, so Abschluss. Abschluss means, okay, bachelor. Bachelor Abschluss means graduation. And Master Abschluss means?
MS.
Master Abschluss means your master's.
MS. Master graduation.
Yeah, master's. Okay, so Bachelor Abschluss and Master Abschluss. After that, okay, so wo studieren Sie? Repeat, anyone? Wo studieren Sie? If I'm asking you what you have to answer.
We studieren an der Reva Universität.
Und was machen Sie an der Reva Universität? Was machen Sie?
Wir machen BTech an der Reva Universität.
Okay. Sehr gut. Okay, so now a basic question is, what is the Hauptstadt that we have done? But tell me, what is the Hauptstadt von Karnataka? So Bengaluru ist die Hauptstadt von Karnataka.
Capital.
What it means, sir? Capital.
What is the capital? What is the capital of
Okay,
Karnataka?
fine.
Bengaluru is the capital of Karnataka, right?
Okay.
Okay. So this is like some basic question. Okay, wie viele means how many? Wie viele Menschen, people, wie viele Menschen wohnen, live in Bengaluru? How many people live in Bangalore? So let's say 2 million. Okay, so 2 Millionen Menschen wohnen
in Bengaluru.
Yeah. Now the question is, was lernen Sie? What are you learning? So ich lerne
Ich lernen
Deutsch.
Deutsch.
Ich lerne Deutsch.
Ich lernen Deutsch.
Ich lerne Deutsch. Perfect. So the question is, was lernen Sie? What are you learning? Ich lerne Deutsch. Yeah. Now question, was sind Sie von Beruf? What is your profession? Ich bin Student.
Ich bin Student. Okay.
Ich bin Student von Beruf. I am student from profession. Ja, ich bin Student von Beruf. Okay. Und wo studieren Sie? You can answer, ich studiere an Reva Universität.
Universität.
Und was machen Sie? Ich mache B-Tech an der Reva
Reva
Universität.
Universität.
Ich mache B-Tech an der Reva Universität.
Universität.
Okay, so guys, in the last class or before that, we talked about the cases. We are talking about the cases, right? Cases. So I hope if you remember, we wrote 3 type of cases: nominative, accusative, dative. Okay, these are very important cases in German, and case means what? Case is a fictitious word which actually tells us about the sentence formation, like what we should use at first, like for example, noun, then verb, then object, then the prepositions. So these are the cases. So in English language they don't exist, so in German we have to remember them, because a lot of things are involved when we are framing the sentences. So let's talk. So nominative is nothing, it is subject in German. Subject, right? It's a subject word for like in German sentences is nominative. Accusative is the direct object. Dative is indirect object. Okay, so now what is nominative? Nominative is the subject. For example, Ram is playing. Who is playing? Ram. Ram spielt.
Ram is
Peace.
Not ist. Ram is playing because, as I told you guys, very important to understand present continuous. Present continuous does not exist in German grammar. Present continuous does not exist in German grammar. We have to understand present continuous as present simple. That means Ram is playing means Ram spielt. Okay? Ram spielt. Okay, so just go through, just a second guys, just give me a 2 minutes break. By the time you can just discuss about the time here. Just 2 minutes, I'm coming back. I think not more than 1 minute. Yeah, just go through it. You can practice.
Yuri. So nice. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಕಳಿಸ್ದು
ಇರ್ತಾವಪ್ಪ ಪರ್ಸನಲ್.
Where is Yogesh Balaji? He's not talking.
Liban time.
Ah.
What's the time now?
ಅಲ್ಲ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಝೇನ್ und
Liban. ಅಲ್ಲ 14 ಫ್ಯೂನ್ ಜಿಂಗ್.
ಅದೇ 7 ಹೇಳಪ್ಪ. ಫ್ಯೂನ್
ಜಿಂಗ್ und Ziban.
Ziban ಅಲ್ಲ? Ziban. ಹಾ. ಥರ್ಸ್ಡೇ ಹೇಳು.
ಏನಂತಾರೆ ಹೇಳು? ತರ್ಸ್ಟಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಏನದು ಸದ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ತರ್ಸ್ಟೇ ಬಿಡು, ಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊ. ಮಂಡೇ
ಯಾವ್ದು? ಮಂಡೇ.
ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದಪ್ಪ.
ಬಾಲಾಜಿ ಕೇಳು. ಯೋಗೇಶ್ ಕಮಾನ್.
ಕನ್ನಡ ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಬರಲ್ವಾ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ?
ಗೌತಮಿಗ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡು. ಗೌತಮ್ ಹೇಳೋ ಥರ್ಸ್ಡೇ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನೋ
ಹೇಳು. ಕನ್ನಡ ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಬರಲ್ವಾ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ?
ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ ಬಿಡು. ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಡಿಲೀಟ್ ಟು ಅನ್ಲಾಕ್ ಅಂತ ಅದನ್ನ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡು.
ಹೇಳ ಜರ್ಮನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ
ಥರ್ಸ್ಡೇ ಹೇಳಪ್ಪ.
ಇದು ಮಾಂಟಾಗೋ ಡಿಸ್ಟಾಗ್
ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ 28 ಹೇಳು. ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ ಸಾಯ್ಬೇಡ.
28 ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಉಂಟ್ ಜಿನ್ಸಿಂಗ್.
ಏ 2 ಏನಲ್ಲ ಮಂಗ. ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಉಂಡ್
ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಏನೋ ಇದೆ ಬಿಡ. 8 ನಂಬರ್.
Acht und 20.
ಶಬಾಷ್.
2 ನಿಮಿಷ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಜೆಂಡರೇ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತದ.
ಯಾರೋ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ದಲ್ಲ ಈ ಬಗ್ಗೆ.
ಹೌದಾ? ಏನದು 28ಗೆ?
ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಉಂಡ್. Can you repeat once? Someone.
Acht und 20.
ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊ
Perfect.
ಗಿರಿ
Donnerstag ಅಂತಿದ್ಯೋ Thursday.
Okay, okay. Hardworking students. Yep. So let's
Thursday
go
Donnerstag.
back
Thank you,
to
sir.
let's
Sir.
go back to the class.
Doubt, sir.
Yep.
What we'll say for Thursday?
Donnerstag.
Yeah, sehr gut. So Donnerstag.
Yeah.
Thursday means Donnerstag.
Okay.
ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ ಕೇಶವ.
Okay. What else?
ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದಿದ್ರೆ ಬೇರೆ ತರ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೆ.
Okay, guys. So I was talking about the nominative case, which we call it as a subject in a sentence. And what is a subject? The acting person is always a subject. So if Ram is playing, Ram spielt. Okay. Let me just put, because there is some disturbance. So here. Okay, now perfect. So Ram is playing, Ram spielt. So Ram here is the subject. So that is why it is called it as a, we call it as a nominative. And what can be the subject? So in order to understand every case, we have to do three important things in all the cases. That means when I'm talking about nominative, three important things to understand. Accusative, these three important things. I mean, that's what we are going to talk about. And then dative also. What are these? So first one is the bestimmter article, means definite article. In German, definite. English, definite article. Second, unbestimmter article. Indefinite article.
Indefinite articles.
Okay. Third, pronouns. Yeah, personal pronouns. Okay, now first we'll talk about the bestimmter article in nominative. So we have in German, as I told you, it's a thumb rule. You have to remember every noun with the gender. So here we have masculine, feminine, neutrum, neutral, and plural. So masculine we have there, feminine the, neutral das, plural is also the. And second, for indefinite articles are ein, eine, ein, eine, ein.
Einen.
No, ein, eine, ein, and there is no plural. Okay, so definite articles, guys. So for example, subject articles, der Mann, the man, die Frau, the lady, das Mädchen, the girl, das Kind, the child, die Bücher, the books. Okay, so every noun we need to remember with the article. Every noun in German, whatever the word you are coming across with, you have to learn with the gender of the, like what is the gender? Is it masculine, feminine, and neutral? Because genders are something which is like quite tricky in German language to understand, and there is no logic behind it. Why girl is neutral in German, nobody can answer you. So this is, the girl is das, so that means they are learning it as a das only. So now talking about personal pronouns, means third, this is one, definite article, indefinite article, and what are the pronouns? So what are the subject pronouns? Like in English, I, you, he, she, it, all these are the subject pronouns. So we call them personal pronomen pronouns. So what are these? Ich means I, du, you, er, sie, es, he, she, it. These are singular pronouns. Yeah. And what are plural pronomen? Ich plural is wir. I, we. Du, ihr. Er, sie, es. He, she, it, they. Right? Sie. And this capital Z is you, means the du and z same meaning is same. Du, but this one is formal way of asking. Okay, so I, you, he, she, it, we, you guys, they, and z means you formal. Okay, so this is basically the nominative structure, and we call it as a subject, right? We call it as a subject. Nominative means subject, nothing else. So you see the subject in German looks like this. This is the subject, right? Definite articles we have to remember, indefinite articles we have to remember, and we need to remember the personal pronouns. So let's take an example here. Ich trinke Wasser. I am drinking water. Yeah. So let's say instead of is, I will write Ram trinkt Wasser. Trinkt. Ram is drinking water. So what is subject here?
Ram.
Ram.
Ram. And Ram means subject means nominative in German. Now I want to say he is drinking water. So I am replacing the noun with the pronoun. So what should I write? Ram means he. He means
He.
air.
Here.
So air,
Here. Drink the water.
Drink
air
water.
trinkt Wasser. Yep.
Drink
So air
water.
trinkt Wasser. Okay, air trinkt Wasser. Now Sneha spielt Fußball. Sneha is playing football. So she is playing football. So sie
He playing
She plays
football.
football.
perfect. Now, okay, so this is how the nominative in subject in a German looks like. Okay. Okay, so before we go ahead, guys, so because I don't want you to be like more in the grammar, let's do the real life situation based German here. Okay, so how to talk about the directions? I have, I think, explained you already. The Richtung means direction. Okay, so for example, if I ask you a question, wie komme ich zum Bahnhof? If somebody is asking you, wie komme ich zum Bahnhof? How can I, like, how do I come to station? How do I come to station? Wie komme ich zum Bahnhof? How can I come to the station?
Ice
So you-
come.
Yeah, so the person will tell you the direction. Okay, go straight, take left, then right, then go straight. So, okay, gehen means to go. Okay, so direction links means left. Rechts means right. And gerade aus means straight. Geradeaus means straight. So he will say, bitte, please, gehen Sie, you go. Gehen Sie geradeaus. Geradeaus und dann and then. Und dann and then. Nehmen. Nehmen means to take. Okay. Nehmen means to take. Und dann nehmen Sie links and then take left. Go straight and then take left. Und dann and then go straight. Und dann gehen Sie geradeaus. Da kommt, there comes Bahnhof. There comes the station. You can change it, right? Like go straight, take left. Instead of go straight, you can say go left, take right, like this. So this is how you have to tell the direction to someone who is asking you where, how can I go to this, how can I come to the Bahnhof? Yeah. So some important vocabulary: gehen, to go, links, left, rechts, right, geradeaus, straight, nehmen, to take. So how to say? Bitte, please, gehen Sie geradeaus. You go straight. Und dann nehmen Sie links and then take left. Und and then gehen Sie geradeaus. Then you go straight. Da kommt Bahnhof. There comes station. Yeah, ist das klar?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Ist das klar?
That is klar.
das ist klar. Sehr gut. Okay, wie komme ich zum Bahnhof?
Bitte,
Bitte sehen
bitte
gehen
gehen Sie
Sie
geradeaus
geradeaus
and
Ne-
Okay,
nehmen
okay, one.
links.
Wait, one by one, guys. One by one. So first one guy will speak.
Girish, ಹೇಳ.
Yeah.
ಹೇಳ ಗಿರಿ.
Bitte
Ja.
gehen Sie geradeaus und dann nehmen Sie links und dann gehen Sie geradeaus. Da kommt Bahnhof.
ಏನು?
Zen good.
Da kommt,
Zen good.
da kommt Bahnhof.
There comes Bono.
Okay. So now next person.
Bitte gehen Sie geradeaus und dann nehmen Sie links und dann gehen Sie geradeaus. Da kommt Bahnhof.
Yeah, next person.
Yogesh.
Bitte gehen Sie geradeaus und dann nehmen Sie links und dann gehen Sie geradeaus. Da
Okay,
kommt
sehr gut. Da kommt Bahnhof. Okay. Now from the girls. Yes. Read it. Anybody? Anybody from the girls?
Come on.
Okay. So this is like you talk about the directions, guys. So if somebody is asking you how can I come to the station or platform or hotel, particular place. So bitte gehen Sie geradeaus, please go straight und dann nehmen Sie links und then take left und dann gehen Sie geradeaus, go straight. Da kommt Bahnhof. There comes the station. Okay. So this is a way to talk about the directions. Okay. Was? Okay. Wo liegt Indien? So liegen is a verb which means to lies. Where India lies? So India lies in Asia. Yeah. So
Yes.
Indian liegt in Asien. Und wo liegt Karnataka? Wo liegt Karnataka?
Karnataka late in
Karnataka late
Indian.
in South.
Indian.
Indian.
Yeah. Sehr gut. Karnataka
Late in
liegt
Indian.
Indian.
Indian. Or you can also say that Karnataka liegt in Südindien. Südindien, yeah? South India.
South India.
Okay. So we have North Indian, North India,
Zod
Süd-Indian,
India.
South Indian, South India, right? Ost Indian,
Sorry.
East India, West Indian, West India, right? So North Indian, Süd Indian, Ost Indian, West Indian. Okay. So now some basic questions. Wann haben wir Deutschunterricht? When do we have German class? When haben have wir? So when do we have German class? Deutschunterricht. So
Wir haben
Wir haben Deutsch
wir haben
Unterricht
Deutsch
um 7 Uhr.
7 Uhr.
Yep. So wann haben wir Deutschunterricht? When do we have German class? Wir haben Deutschunterricht.
Wir haben Deutsch.
Um 7 Uhr.
So can you pronounce again? Deutsch.
Yeah. So the
Deutsch
question,
unter?
just a second. There's some disturbance, guys. Let me just a second. I'm putting you guys on. Okay. This is wann haben wir Deutschunterricht? Wir haben Deutschunterricht um 7 Uhr. We have German class at 7 o'clock. Wann endet der Deutschunterricht? When German class ends. So their Deutschunterricht. Yeah. So their Deutschunterricht. No. Now. No. Wann ended?
Their Deutschunterricht.
Yeah.
Deutschunterricht ended
Uhr.
So wie lange dauert? How long? Yeah, German class takes place. So wie lange dauert Deutschunterricht? Wie lange dauert Deutschunterricht. How long, right? So der
Deutschunterricht,
Deutschunterricht
der Deutschunterricht
dauert
dauert lang
eine Stunde.
eines Uhr.
Eine Stunde.
Eine Stunde.
1 hour.
1
So,
hour.
3 important questions, and you can make many questions out of these. Wann haben wir Deutschunterricht? Wir haben Deutschunterricht um 7 Uhr. Wann endet der Deutschunterricht? Der Deutschunterricht endet um 8 Uhr. Wie lange dauert Deutschunterricht? Der Deutschunterricht dauert eine Stunde. So, the German class ends at 8 o'clock and the duration of the class is 1 hour. Okay. Same way, if I ask you a question, wann fängt, fangen means to begin. Wann fängt der Film? Der Film means film. Wann fängt der Film? When the film starts. So let's say you are saying der Film fängt um 9 Uhr an, at 9 o'clock. Okay. Wann endet der Film? Wann endet der Film? So you will say der Film endet um 12 Uhr, 12 o'clock. 12 Uhr. Und wie lange dauert, how long, wie lange dauert der Film? So your answer is der Film, the film duration dauert eine Stunde, 3 Stunden, 3 hours, right? 3 Stunden, plural, 3 Stunden. Okay, so read, try. Yeah, guys, try. Read all these questions. You have to speak.
Wann
Yes.
haben wir Deutschunterricht? Wir haben Deutschunterricht um 7 Uhr. He said 7 Uhr. 7 Uhr.
Okay.
Wann endet der Deutschunterricht? Der Deutschunterricht endet um 8 Uhr. Wie lange Deutschunterricht, der Deutschunterricht dauert eine Stunde.
Okay, next person. Next person.
Wann haben wir Deutsch?
Yep. Yeah, guys, read it. Okay, no problem. So fine. So you will practice it. Perfect. So this is like, you know, some basic questions when the film starts, when film ends, and how long the film goes, right? The duration of the film, duration of the class. For example, if you are playing football, when the when cricket match is starting, when it is ending, how long it is going, right? So we longer. So all these questions you can use with many words, and in order you can write many sentences this way. Okay. So is this clear?
Yeah, that is clear.
And the most important, guys, please keep on revising, right? Just give 10-15 minutes of your time, just go through it, whatever we are doing. It will give you at least 10%, 20% you remember. Just don't go and don't erase anything, right? Don't erase like 100%, erase 80% and keep 20% in your mind. If you do like this, at least you feel the language, and you can actually, you know, later on when you're starting professionally learning language, German, so it will help you a lot. So this kind of base that you are making, it is going to help you further in the future. Okay, so this way you can start. All right, guys. Yep.
Yeah, sir, could you please like repeat tomorrow or something like the nominative and accusative
Yeah.
cases?
Cases are very important. If you guys understand the cases, that means 95% of German grammar you are done with. So we are going to invest a lot of time about in the cases, because cases are the most important thing that you need to remember.
I missed that class, so I
Okay,
had
we'll
no
do that.
idea.
We'll do that. We'll do the
Okay.
cases. No
Okay,
problem.
sir. Thank you,
We'll
sir.
do that. Okay. Dann auf Wiedersehen. Tschüss. Gute Nacht. Schlaf gut.
Gute Nacht.
Sleep well.
Guten Nacht.
Bis morgen.
Bis morgen.
Bis
Bis
morgen.
morgen.
Good night, sir.
Yes.
Bis morgen.